Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Sorry. Um I was trying to get things coordinated. I hope everyone's having a good day so far. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's left of it? It's almost 12 noon here on the East Coast, right? Okay, guys. I know that there is a Keisha Kaylee video, but that's okay. It'll be there. We are going to I since yesterday we called it out, or I called it out at least. Um Sis dropped her video, okay? Her New York video. We're not going to go all the way up into it. I don't think it's really worth it. It was kind of fast moving, and it ended just like I thought it would. It's a birthday with no gifts, and that's just the sad reality, unfortunately. Sir made sure she had all the provisions to give up that bouquet, but no birthday gifts. Okay, she got a balloon. And if you're over the age of 3, I guess you're happy with a balloon, but damn, a hotel room and lots of drinks. Okay. Okay. Anywho, I guess let's get into it a little bit. But like I said, we're not going to park here long because I don't think that there's anything much to talk about. Um, Sis looks like she had a nice weekend and she enjoyed herself. And that's the most important thing because I don't get to enjoy that weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just watching the video. And she said it's giving fiance vibes. Fiance would have had something for your birthday. Okay. And I would also wonder, don't you need to be single to have a proper fiance? You can't be married and be collecting on some sort of fiance stuff. What do you guys think? Can we just get right into it? Hi, everybody. Oh, let me see who the gang stars were. Hey, Pineapples. Hey, India. Hey, Dr. A. Yes. Is it important to be single if you're planning to marry somebody? I'm just saying, I'm married. I've been married almost 10 years now, and it was very important for both of us to be single before getting married. Because number one, I think that's illegal. That's a problem. If for that situation, but also just to have things decent and in order. You know what I'm saying? You got yourself someone who's giving you fiance vibes, okay? If it's fiance vibes, you might want to be single, right? It's giving fiance vibes. I don't know. Fiance vibes to me, fiance would have had a birthday gift for you. Um, I'm just saying, right? That's okay. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. I had no idea she was still married. I don't think she ever got a divorce. Yeah. Yeah. She said at one time she was divorced when she was engaged. Okay, so a couple of things. So another reason why I'm bringing this up. The funny thing to me is that Chrissy was sitting there with a ring on. She says that that ring was not a promo from okay, let's get into it. So Chrissy's over here, she's in New York with BougieGang, right? And they have a whole another day planned. So this is like a 2-day trip, right? I'm looking for somebody I can call. Looking for the I can get my own. Girl, she got all the stock footage. She went and got all the stock footage she can find of things happening in New York. Okay, so here we jumped ahead a little bit. Here they are. Now, do you guys remember this dress from when she was in Houston? It's the stripper off duty. Notice how she didn't show the whole dress. I'm gonna see if I can find it, girl. She wants to show him so bad. She wants to show Sir so bad. But she has to know that his face has been kind of a little bit all over the place. So it's not a very good kept secret. It's out. It's been out for about a month since she showed him and she dropped all of those clues. I know at least in my situation, there was a BougieGang sis that dropped into my DMs and told me that she went through, I guess, her followers and narrowed it down to 2 people, and one of which is a engineer. So it was kind of easy to find. Okay. That was it. So yeah, he's been, yeah, girl, and I think that it was out even before then. So I don't know how that person, that's what that person told me. I don't know if that's how they found out or not, but it's, girl, stop. The more you try to keep a secret on the YouTube streets, the more it gets talked about. Girl, it's the music. I'm so sick of the music. So they're out to dinner. I guess they're going to get sushi. They still haven't talked yet, right? No, hi, welcome back to the channel. So now they're at some sort of sushi restaurant, and she's on this thing about asking for the most aesthetically pleasing drinks on the menu, and that's what's going on. So is she talking yet? Not yet. Okay. So
on day 2 of our vacation to New York, we went out to dinner.
Notice how she's wearing this ring. I think that's the ring that Rod gave her.
Today on day 2 of our vacation.
So we have some homework to do. Is that the ring that Rod gave her? Because clearly she's not engaged to this man, right? But I think that's the engagement ring that Rod gave her that she said was not a promo from a jewelry company, right? But if that is the ring, why are you wearing a man named Strangler Bay's engagement ring that he gave you when you were still married to a man named DeBum? With the new guy who's supposed to be the engineer taking you out for a weekend, not your birthday, weekend trip to New York.
We went out to dinner and we went to this really nice sushi restaurant.
I have questions.
It was so good, you guys, and they had the best drinks. Oh my gosh. I don't know what this milky concoction was that they gave me. I just asked for their most aesthetically pleasing drink, and they brought me that and had a little gold origami bird in it. It was, girl, listen, it was a good time. I fully enjoyed myself. Sushi is one of my favorite restaurants, so I'm really glad we got to try these. After we went upstairs, they had a rooftop bar on the top of the restaurant, which was also
that looks kind of interesting. It looks like they made a taco shell out of seaweed. I'm going to just assume that that's probably like a seaweed, maybe a little bit of salt on the outside of it. I'm not really sure, but it looks like it is a taco shell made out of seaweed with raw salmon. Interesting. And that actually looks kind of good.
Nice vibe.
It's just the music. It's like, please. Her liver must be toe up after this weekend. They drank so much.
Next stop, we went to PhD Rooftop Bar, which overlooked Times Square. I love this bar. It was very aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, it was awesome. Okay, everywhere we went, I asked for the most aesthetically pleasing cocktail, and we
went to the most aesthetically pleasing bar. We went to the most aesthetically pleasing rooftop. I wanted the most aesthetically pleasing drinks. I want to be the most aesthetically pleasing couple. I want,
the one
girl.
They ended up giving me, it had cotton candy in it, and it had like fruit jelly popping boba at the bottom. It was really cute. I loved it, and it tasted really, really good. So yeah, and then my boo got the second most aesthetically.
Can we have the first and second aesthetically pleasing drink in the house, please?
We had a good time.
We just want it. I don't care if it tastes good. I just want it to look good. Please. Thank you.
All right, so we are doing a tour of New York, a New York City bus tour.
So looks like they went for obviously a sightseeing trip on the
The
red
little bus tour was
bus.
cute. Liked it. We got off halfway through because
Is
we were
this
ready to head
the
back to the hotel. We got some pizza while we were waiting on our Uber. The pizza was so yummy. I love New York pizza. There's nothing else like it. I have not had pizza better than when I was in New York. They
okay?
got me this little keychain that he saw.
Was that your birthday gift? Next to the balloon and the alcohol, the bottles of alcohol and the balloon, is that the birthday gift?
In a little shop. I thought that was cute. Pizza was so yummy. I love New York pizza. There's nothing else
Maybe
like it. I
he
have not
calls
had
her
pizza better than when I
Christina.
was in New York. They got me this little keychain that he saw in a little shop. I thought that was cute.
Okay. See, what I tell y'all about them robes in hotels, girl. Strong Mommy Chrissy and her boyfriend are wearing the hotel robes. I'm telling, don't wear them hotel robes, y'all.
Keychain that he saw in a
Don't
little
wear
shop.
them because skeet's in them.
I thought that was cute.
Skeet.
Today we are getting ready for.
Okay, it's that wig. It's the wig. It's the wig. It's the wig. It's the boyfriend who wants you to look a certain type of way. I mean,
yacht party in New York.
is this what? This is what he requested her to wear. She had on the brunette wig and looked, she looked classy. She was giving classy. Okay. Okay. It was giving better. Okay. Okay. She had the brunette wig on, then she went and put the blonde wig on. Okay. Okay.
And I'm really, really excited to take you guys with me for that. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready. This is actually my last day in New York. Hip hop, Caribbean, R&B night type vibe on the water. So it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be really exciting. So, well, I don't know how it's gonna be. I've never been to one before, but I anticipate it to be very, very fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready, and I'll show you guys what I'm wearing and all that good stuff. So checkout is at 12, which is in an hour. The yacht party isn't until this evening, so we're just gonna get dressed for the yacht party now, and then we're just gonna go, probably do other things. He's going to get me like a breakfast bagel because I need to eat breakfast. We've been drinking for like 2 days straight, all day yesterday. I woke up, thank God, with no hangover, but I need to eat food because we're gonna probably be drinking again today. So I'm gonna iron his stuff.
Bro, you can rest assured you're gonna be drinking. We already know you are.
Some 2-strand twists or some braids, so it'll be like wavy. Hopefully, I did just switch back into this hair. I had on my dark brown hair yesterday, but I asked my boo if he, which one he would like, which one I should wear today. He was like, "Do this one." So I was like, "All right, cool." So
Girl, bye.
So I'm gonna go ahead now and brush my dang on hair. I have this mousse. I'm gonna go ahead.
You should have washed that thing out in the sink last night because that thing is tired. That thing is toe up. Is that wig toe up or is it just me? It's giving toe up. It's giving prey. It's giving, you should have washed it in the sink last night and blew that thing out and tried to get it together some kind of way. It looks like it had a fight with a cat. Okay.
We are sitting for the day, baby. Bad man, we must play, baby. Outside and fell for your way, baby. And more girl, but
my bad, y'all. My bad. My bad.
Y'all, Chinatown is already a vibe. We just got here, saw this exotic fruit stand, and I was like, oh yeah, the ones in the corner, those fruit, I can't remember what they're called. If you guys know what these are called, drop them down in the comments down below. But I've seen them, I've heard good things about them, never was able to try them, and my man was like, no, these are so good, you have to try them. So we stopped and he bought us a bag of these fruits. So good. I don't know, I loved Chinatown. It was a vibe. I can imagine if I were to live out here, I'd be coming down to Chinatown all the time to grab all kinds of seafood and fruits and bags and purses and belts, you all. Okay. I would be down here all the time. Yeah, they were so good. And then he let me try these
Strong
ones.
Mommy Chrissy loves a good bootleg bag. And that girl, have fun with that. But we know she does like that though. That's what we do now. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, all I know is he was feeding them to me, which was kind of sexy. I was like, oh, that's what we're doing. Okay. So we kind of just walked around for a little bit, explored Chinatown. Super, super fun. It was so hot though. He had to stop and buy me an umbrella and a fan because your girl was sweating. I'm a sweater. I can't do super high temperatures. I start melting. Okay.
I better find your loving. I better find your heart. I better find your loving. I better
Okay.
find your heart. I better find your loving. I better find your heart. I better if I give all my love, and nothing's gonna tear us apart.
Okay. So yeah, they're just I don't know. It's a lot. And I mean, I guess there's a lot she can't show because she is zeroed square in on her face. So she can't show a lot because she's trying to not show him. And if they're booed up like she says they are, well, I mean, that explains that, right?
We got boba and dessert. And we're eating, what is it called? Ramadan? Ramadan. I don't know what they're called. They're really good. I always want to try them. My baby sees. Okay, I did it. He taught me how to do this. So good.
I've never had that fruit before. It just, I don't know. That demonstration was not needed. Um, her kidneys are crying. Her liver is crying. Okay, all of it. The liver, the kidneys. Um, she was saying that the day before they were drinking so much they barely ate. Um, I would have thought they ate. They did. We did see them have sushi and stuff like that, but I guess maybe she didn't feel like. Let's pull up his Insta. I'm trying to see something. Who's his Instagram? Nah, I'm not exposed. Like, no. Did someone else show his Instagram on YouTube? Because I'm not. I'm not doing that. He's not. They haven't shown his face yet. She hasn't divulged who he is. I'm not. I'm not exposing his Instagram like that. Sis learned her lesson in 2022, and I'm not going to make those mistakes in 2023. When he come out from wherever you are, it's just not a very good kept secret on the YouTube streets. I'm sure if you look uh high and low enough, you may already know, but I can't do that, sis. Girl. Mm-mm. Can't do that. Can't do that.
After Chinatown, Babe was like, listen, we have a couple hours to spare. Let's take a trip up to Coney Island and check that out. So, we can add that to the list of things we experienced while we were here. That is one thing I will give that man, is that he will fit everything in possible. Any touristy type thing to do when you're out of town, this man is going to make sure you get it done. He's going to make sure you have a good time, especially if he's done it already. He's going to make sure that you get to experience it too.
Stop it. Her uterus is crying. You cannot. Oh my God. Her uterus is crying. What? Did we pass the part where her nails looked like where her nails looked to be polished? I'm not sure what you mean. Let me see. Oh, where his nails look to be polished. Maybe we're talking about here. He looks like he
was
gets a
able to
buff
try
and
them, and
polish.
my man was like, no, these are so good, you have to try them. So we stopped and he bought us a bag of these fruits.
Let's see right
So good.
here.
I loved Chinatown. It was a vibe.
Are you talking about right there? He gets a little buff. Yeah, yeah. He probably gets a high finish buff. Is that what you guys were talking about? Yeah, we passed that. Look, that's her man. He's young too. I think he's an engineer, so to speak, but I believe he is still somewhat of a student. And yeah.
I can
Y'all.
imagine if I were to live out here, I'd be coming down to Chinatown all the time to grab all kinds of seafood and
I'm
fruits.
I'm
And
giving he's probably 25 or younger. That's just my guesstimate. Now he could be 30, I don't know, but I think My guesstimate is I think he's probably like between 23 and 25.
And bags and purses and belts, you all. Okay, I would be down here all the time. Yeah, they were so good. And then he let me try these ones. Are they ramatons? I can't remember what they're called, you guys. But yeah, all I know is he was feeding them to me, which was kind of sexy. I was like, oh, that's what we're doing. Okay, so we kind of just walked around for a little bit, explored Chinatown. Super, super fun. It was so hot though. He had to stop and buy me an umbrella and a fan because your girl was sweating. I'm a sweater. I can't do super high temperatures. I start melting. Okay.
I better find your loving. I better find your heart. I better find your loving. I better find your heart. I better find your loving. I better find your heart. I bet if I give all my love, then nothing's gonna tear us apart.
We got boba and dessert. And we're eating meat. What is it called? Ramatons.
I've never heard of that, but so yeah.
I don't know what they're called. They're really good. I always want to try.
Why does she have her fan in her shirt? Like, there's just some things you don't do with a new guy. And look at this.
We got boba and dessert.
She has, girl, she just got her fan right in her shirt. Like, really, Chrissy?
And we're eating meat. What is it called? Ramadan?
It's giving menopause. It's giving, girl, are you hot from the inside out? Like, it's giving, get out of the heat. If you are that hot, get that man to get you off the streets. Why don't you go to Macy's? Why don't you go to Bloomingdale's? Why don't you go to a big department store and go walk around, have a wonderful time inside, rather than trying to be outside and hot to where you need to put a fan in your shirt?
I don't know what they're called. They're really good. I always want to try them. My baby sees them. Okay, I did it. Time you gotta do this.
That was just a very nasty display.
So good.
Love and nothing's gonna tear us apart.
After Chinatown, Babe was like, listen, we have a couple hours to spare. Let's take a trip up to Coney Island and check that out. So, you know, we can add that to the list of things we experienced while we were here. That is one thing I will give that man, is that he will fit everything in possible. Any touristy type thing to do when you're out of town, this man is going to make sure you get it done. He's going to make sure you have a good time, especially if he's done it already. He's going to make sure that you get to experience it too. I love that about him, because I would have been lost without him on this trip. Like, literally, I would have probably been around the hotel, like doing other things, but he really made the trip amazing because of all the different things he made sure we did. So, and then like together with me sprinkling in my reservations for different like aesthetically pleasing bars and restaurants, the whole trip was such a vibe. I enjoyed myself so much. So we're driving over the Brooklyn Bridge right now. We're on our way to Coney Island, y'all. Listen, New York owes me nothing. This was a beautiful ride, a beautiful day. Just, I love New York.
I just cannot believe they went all the way out to Coney Island. Like, they were in the city. They went wherever they went. Then they went to Coney Island. Then they turn around. Then they come back and get up. Like, it's giving like nomad. It's giving like, that's a lot. You know I like when you're ready to talk. Shoot Jyneen and yo-yo. I'm only doing cash. I don't need promo. I feel to the high ride. I'm in the 4-4. Inside Coco. I got feeling I keep it in my heart. And I keep a panic because I don't do the song. You seem like happens even when I'm in the dark. And since you got it, if you gonna do it. Shot me that expression, don't need no about high fashion. I go, yo. Eat you bagel for the rover. I put some ice on you because you got it cold. I know I gotta keep my body from go. Got the ass to flow. So yeah. Oh, wait a second. What is that? Oh, okay. I'm like, wait a second. Did I mess something up? I don't know. The okay. I guess. If I no longer had a room, and no offense to anybody up in New York, but at the end of the day, we know that, you got to have a little bit of faith going to some of these beaches up north, right? And any beaches, period, because the beaches are nasty. And we all know the statistic that came out this summer about the beaches and fecal matter. Okay. You're out there at Coney Island. Okay. If I just took my shower, got myself dressed, I'm already hot and bothered with a fan perched inside my blouse because I'm hot. I'm not going to put on like a chemise type dress and prance around on the beach and get the Atlantic Ocean all over my feet and legs. And then where am I going to clean up and go to the yacht party? Like, I don't know. I don't want to smell like the ocean.
Girls love Beyonce. Girls love to fuck with your conscience. Girls hate when niggas go missing. This job you ain't no different. These days it's hard to meet women. Feel like my love life was finished. I've been avoiding commitment. That's why I'm in this position. I'm getting let somebody in on no cause no. You know how this shit go. You got your best share, but God, you're a big all different. You try to act like you should be, but I've been out alone. But if you're alone, then it's the thing.
Oh God. I think I'm gonna just be honest. I think a lot of people, their vlogs are so boring right now that they feel like if they fill it up with music, that it's gonna get people like moving and grooving, and kind of forget that it's boring. But on the flip side of that, there are people out here who do have good vlogs that do use music, and it just makes everything just super cohesive, and it's slick and stylized and gives you kind of like a feeling, and you can bop to it and enjoy it. But there's some people like this particular aerial view. She's not over here with a drone and they're in some sort of car. This is stock footage taken off the internet. The aerial shots of the Brooklyn Bridge, that's not drone footage. I mean, come on. Like, it's drone footage, but it's not hers. You can find this online. So now all of a sudden you've taken a 2-lane highway with all of these woods to go from New Jersey to DC. The road from New York to DC doesn't even look like this. It's all Jersey Turnpike. And then a little bit of Delaware and then a lot of Maryland. And this is not what it looks like. So I don't know if you guys flew from New York to DC and then you went from DC to Texas, or you guys took a car. Whatever you took, this ain't it. Straight to the nail shop. Straight to the nail shop, girl. There was nothing in DC to do but go straight to the nail shop. Let me tell you something that I used to love when I was a kid is the Hayden Planetarium. Absolutely amazing. It's one of the best planetariums. And maybe because I was a kid then, but I don't know. I feel like it should still be. I'm probably sure it's even better. But it was like IMAX, and really you do feel like you are floating in outer space. Um Now as an adult, I don't even know what that experience is like at the Hayden Planetarium, but the Hayden Planetarium used to be the business, okay? And there are plenty of museums. There are plenty of beautiful stores to walk through. There's so many things. And there's also something called keeping the room for an extra day and just checking out when you were done. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't have to check out at 11 or 12. You could have probably set the reservation knowing good and well that you didn't have anything till 9 o'clock. And then you could have gone to your yacht situation and then picked up your bags. You know, if he was balling like that, all those things, all those cabs, all of those Ubers, all of those meals, you guys could have laid up in the bed and just enjoyed your room or done some other activities, right? Um, Girl.
All right, y'all. So now we are in Washington, D.C. My boo had to come here anyway for work. And so we booked my flight leaving out from D.C. So I spent, a night in D.C. It was a vibe, you guys. We got in, we checked into the hotel, and then he was like, you got to see the sights. You got to see
So
it. So let's get a scooter and let's go.
So my assumption is he must have. Oh, and he had a car, right? For part one, she said he had to go to the car, so he probably drove from DC. So she's again giving clues. Either he's temporarily living in DC or he lives in DC. But at the end of the day, he drove from wherever to New York City. Then they drove because he had a car back to DC, and he scheduled her flight from DC to back home, right?
It was like
Where
after
she is,
midnight. At this
Colorado,
time, I was
right?
exhausted, but we had to get it done, and I had a flight at 5 a.m. So I wish I could have got more footage of me on this scooter because I was acting a fool. Y'all, I was so scared. He was going so fast, and he was behind me.
It sounds like the minute they got to DC, just check this out and read between the lines. Did he ever take you to his apartment?
All right, y'all. So now we are in Washington, D.C. My boo had to come here anyway for work. And so we booked my flight leaving out from D.C. So I spent, a night in D.C. It was a vibe, you guys. We got in, we checked into the hotel, and then he was like,
We went to DC, we checked into the hotel. So he drove from mystery location to New York. From New York, you go to DC because he has to work in DC. You check into a hotel. So if he works in DC, he puts you in a hotel. Or he was in DC because he's on a business trip, one or the other. If he lives in DC and he puts you in a hotel, sis, why didn't he take you to his apartment? This girl's talking about is giving fiance vibes. Well, if fiance vibes is what you're getting based on the marriage that you're currently in.
My man, bitch. Oh, don't try to read me out. And my man, thank you to my.
And I did. Okay.
like, you got to see the sights. You got to see them. So let's get a scooter and let's go. It was like after midnight. At this time, I was exhausted, but we had to get it done, and I had a flight at 5 a.m. So I wish I could have got more footage of me on.
He had you in a hotel, but then he ran you around the streets all night, late night in Washington, D.C., where, girl, okay, on scooters and everything. What was the point in getting a room?
This scooter because I was acting a fool. Y'all, I was so scared. He was going so fast and he was behind me, and the whole thing was just a learning experience, but it was beautiful. I really enjoyed seeing everything that we saw, and yeah, it was amazing. Like, the whole night was a vibe, you guys. It was beautiful. It wasn't crowded because it was after midnight, but there were still a lot of people out, surprisingly, like riding scooters through the park, and it was just, I would love to go back and do this again.
We got a bottle and I put it in my backpack, and we just we went and saw all the sights.
That's my man, bitch.
Girl, do you imagine she'd been on that scooter with that damn wig on? That just doesn't even make any sense to me. You went and checked into a hotel to be out all night long on the streets?
Like I said, y'all, I had a bright and early 5 a.m. flight. So gave my boo a kiss, sent him off to work, and I got packed my stuff and got in the Uber and went straight to the airport. I had a good time in DC.
Hold the phone. So he has a car in DC. He has a car in New York. You two drive back to DC. He has you on the streets all night long. It's 5:30 in the morning. You have a flight, or let's say 3:30. You got to get up 3:30, get to the airport for a 5:30 flight, right? And he puts you in a Uber. Did y'all catch that tea? He puts you in a Uber? Ma'am. Hello? What? Chrissy, I'm just going to assume since you've had a failed marriage, you don't really know what a fiance and husband is like. And because you're out on a date and trying to look cute, like you have actual jewelry, you have on a ring that you said some other man gave you as a ring of engagement. So you're out on a date with the new boo with the engagement ring from Strangler Bay, and he takes you on a long ride down to DC and has you out all night long, hot and sweaty, in a t-shirt, riding around on scooters, and then sends you on your way for a 5:30 flight in a Uber when work doesn't start till 9 o'clock.
Like I said, y'all, I had a bright and early 5 a.m. flight.
Oh, it was a 5 a.m. flight. So you needed to be in the airport by 4 a.m., 3:45, 4 a.m., right? That's his boo thing with 9 kids. You just trust her in a Uber, not a town car or an actual official taxi. I know people don't take taxis anymore, but damn. Not at that hour.
So
And you have a car, you gonna put me in an Uber?
Give my boo a kiss, sent him off to work, and I got packed my stuff.
Sent him off to work? I doubt it.
And got in the Uber and went straight to the airport. I had a good time in DC. I really want to come back and spend more time. I didn't have time to really do anything besides, the scooter ride, looking at the touristy stuff that we saw last night. But I'm definitely gonna have to spin the block and come back to the East Coast and do a few more things, y'all. And next time, maybe I can do a meet and greet. Who knows? I really love the fact that I went to check into my gate and I had a black pilot. I don't know why that made me so excited. I think that's the first time I've ever been on a plane and the pilot was black. And
maybe that you knew of. I mean, do you always see the pilot every time you get on the flight? I mean, there's so many black pilots. I mean, there's quite a few, and females.
that was my best flight. It was so smooth. I was slept like a baby, hardly any turbulence. Takeoff and landing was butter. Y'all, it was amazing. So I overall had a really, really good time in New York and DC, and I can't wait to come back to the East Coast.
Okay, girl. About to catch another flight. Okay. All right. It's giving fiance. The bar is very low. Okay. Guys, let's see if we can get through some of this video. So I was watching this. Let's go ahead and pivot. Let's get up off of Strong Mommy Chrissy, because clearly, you know, I'm not trying to make her feel completely bad about her trip, but girl, it wasn't what you, it's not giving what you think it's supposed to be giving, sis. It's just really not. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me try to get this. Let me get this right. It's not giving what it's supposed to had gave. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna jump ahead. When last we saw Gina, she was in Tulum. So there's been a couple of videos since then, but let's just advance ahead because I thought this video was kind of funny. Just listen to the opening. She says she
I think I was stood up.
Oh, that's a problem. Okay, the video starts out. She's doing a Temu haul with her daughter. Her daughter is super cute. She's her little mini twinsy mini me, very cute little girl. 11, and I know all about that 11-year-old daughter life. So the kids seem like they give her the business and they're adorable.
Absolutely not. Anyways, y'all.
So Gina is living in this house. I don't know. I think you guys told me that she did not buy this house. This is a rental property. She is decorating, right? And she's got a decorator. And this is what's going on. She's going to have a black mural, not just a black accent wall. If you guys watch Mercy Gono just got a black accent wall painted floor to ceiling. She's got like 2-story floor to ceiling um in her living room. She's got like a double kind of maybe 20-foot ceilings. I'm not sure, but they're high. And she got a complete wall over her fireplace painted black. But Mercy owns her home, okay? This lady is renting. She's got a decorator who is coming through who appears to be painting a mural. I thought she bought that. Did she? Okay. I don't know. I felt like in the last video I was asking, did she rent or did she buy? So she purchased her home. Well, good. That makes sense then, because I would not paint a mural on someone else's wall, especially if I'm paying a lot of money. So that makes more sense. Thank you, Audrey. Hey, boo boo. Guys, if you're not subscribed to the beautiful Audrey Marcel's channel, you want to check it out. I love Audrey and your sister chat. It always reminds me of me and my sisters. So definitely. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that, baby. So Gina bought her home and she is in the process of decorating, but she is doing, it's like a smoke out. It's interesting. But so this is the subtext of what's going on. She's got it. So the video starts out, she says she thinks she's been stood up, right? So the B story is the decorating. So the decorating is going to be kind of a little bit of a constant thing that's happening at the moment. And she's also unboxing some stuff. She needs a new jewelry case. Okay. So she gets the jewelry case. Of course, she's not satisfied. It's getting ready to go back if it's not the quality that she's looking for. You know, Gina's videos are long, so we're not going to really be able to park and watch the whole entire thing. But meanwhile, there's a guy who's calling her. Turns out it's a white guy, guys. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. It's a white guy. Okay. She hasn't dated a white guy in a long time. Okay. And she proceeds to let us know that, girl, she is very open. She has dated every nationality and reminded us that the kid's dad, I think, is El Salvadorian, maybe. I don't, is she renting? She's renting. She purchased whichever one. If she's renting, it's like, damn. Okay. Whatever. If she purchased, good for her. Okay. You guys say she's rent. Someone's saying she's renting. She's renting. Okay. She's renting. Okay, let's get into it a little bit more. Let's kind of start around here and then we're going to kind of skip around some of the parts where, because I really want to focus on this dating situation. And you know, Gina's always constantly complaining.
A mixture of caramel and cheese. This
Oh, in case you didn't know, Chicago popcorn is caramel and cheese.
Netflix show Painkiller.
Thank you, boo boo.
It's about
Thank
the
you,
opioid
Passion.
epidemic. I don't understand how people get addicted to opioids. Now, I don't want to sound insensitive at all. Every time that I've been on extreme painkillers, I hate the way they make me.
See, this is the one thing I'm going to say, and I'm not trying to be shady, okay? And it may come off as shady, so I'm just going to acknowledge that right now. Gina, just as you don't understand painkillers and opioids, people don't understand excessive drinking. Can we just say it like that? There's people out here that can do pills and all the things, and that's their thing. There's some people who can pop bottles and drink bottles, and that's their thing. And, you know, some people can smoke all day. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really for you to understand. Okay. Some things in this life, I think as a grown woman, there's just things that we have to just accept that just are. And trying to wrap your head around everything is a waste of time. It really is. It's not for you to understand, sis. Don't.
I absolutely hate it. So it's just weird for me to comprehend that people take them and they love the way that it makes them feel.
But people don't understand how, girl, you love a cocktail anytime, any day, all the time, everywhere, every video.
to a point where they start abusing them and taking them when they don't need them and taking a higher dose than they need.
Because you don't have that gene. There's people out here that just have a ticky boom boom towards certain things, like people who gamble. I could go and to Vegas and enjoy myself and play the slot machines all weekend and never think about it again for a decade. There's some people, the minute they drop that first coin in, they're hooked and they've just gambled their mortgage payment away. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know, like, you don't want to know. That's one of those things that don't try too deep to understand, because the next one might be you.
On episode
Leave it
1,
alone.
I'm about 25, 30 minutes in. I've been on, y'all know I was in a major car accident.
You see how this is triggering her? It's just the over analyzing of how this can happen. It's the trigger between, girl, look, I'm not going to get too deep with it, but most people don't try to get in so deep. Like, it's the other day, like when Keisha was trying to understand where bugs come from. Okay, girl, you got roaches, sis. Okay. She was trying to create some sort of scenario where a bug just came out of nowhere, sis. No, they came in from outside, or they came in from your pipes. They came in from somewhere, okay?
I've been through births, I've been through broken bones, I've been through multiple surgeries, body surgeries,
hey, walk by faith.
all kind of surgeries. I have always hated taking painkillers.
Okay, it's not for you.
Up to there, but here is.
So this is, girl, it looks like a smoke pattern, okay? Is Gina a smoker?
Progress so far.
Why a smoke trail? Or like any of you guys who watch Westworld, remember there was like the breaking of the reality versus the computer, and there was that break into the nothingness. What was it called? The sublime. It looks like the damn break into the sublime. It looks like that black hole is going to break them into the matrix or something. It's weird. I don't understand this design.
Yeah. So she'll be back tomorrow. She's gonna spend
It's a
all day
chemtrail,
tomorrow
okay?
painting as well. And she said that she anticipates being done tomorrow, but she says she might.
Mercy Gono. Let me pull up Mercy's. I'll show you guys. Well, Sunday, I'll try to find it. I know I can find it.
Good morning, bestie.
I want to see what this design looks like. Girl. Okay.
Saturday morning. I've been up it's almost 10 a.m. I've been up since 8:30, I want to say. Yeah, 8:30. Not doing anything. The kids are still asleep. Y'all, I was supposed to go out on a little last minute date last night, and I just...
Okay, this is where it gets interesting. She was supposed to go out on a last minute date last night, okay? Last night, I was supposed to go out on a last minute date, okay? Sounds like a booty call.
So that's why I put a new wig on. I did my skincare routine. And I was like, no, I don't want to. It's too last minute. It's a first date. And I didn't want it to be like... The only reason I considered it is because he's from out of town, and he's
from out of town, and it was last minute. You went, put on your wig. It was late, washed your face, and thought, oh, okay. Let me stay home and live, okay? You don't know who this man is. He could have been some sort of axe murderer from out of town.
He's visiting. He asked me the day before. He was like, I want to take you out on like a real date, da da da. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I want to take you out on like a real date. What man calls a 41-year-old woman and says, I want to take you out on like a real date? I wouldn't assume that you're going to take me out on nothing but a real date. I'm grown, right?
Then he asked me throughout the day, like, when are you going to be available? And I'm like, I don't know. My painter's here. I don't know how long she's gonna be here or whatever. Anyways, so around 7 o'clock, he was like, "Are you home and situated? Is your painter gone?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he texted me at 7:30 saying, "Hey, meet me downtown at 9." And I'm like, 9? I cannot do 9. It's 7:30 right now. I live about 40 minutes away from downtown. I still need to shower, put a wig on. I put nails on. Like, I'm like, I have to prep. So I said, I can't meet you at 9. So anyways, long story short, I had started.
So at 7, so he asked you the day before, and then he calls you the day of, let's meet at 9 o'clock. So it's kind of not last minute. You had 24 hours notice, but let's hear that one more time.
And I'm like, okay, cool. Then he asked me throughout the day, like, when are you going to be available? And I'm like, I don't know. My painter is here. I don't know how long she's going to be here or whatever. Anyways, so around 7 o'clock, he was like, "Are you home and situated? Is your painter gone?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he texted me at 7:30 saying, "Hey, meet me downtown at 9." And I'm like, 9? I cannot do 9. It's 7:30 right now. I live about 40 minutes away from downtown. I still need to shower, put a wig on. I put nails on. Like, I'm like, I have to prep. So I said, I can't meet you at 9. So anyways, long story short, I had started prepping myself like, okay, I'll just meet him at around like 11. Because he wanted
First time date. What are you going to do at 11 o'clock? And I know it's Houston. I lived in Houston once upon a time. I get it. But what are you going to do at 11 o'clock? It's a first time date. You're just meeting somebody. We don't know how you met him. It's the first time you would be meeting him. I'm assuming you met him online, Instagram. Maybe she's on dating sites. I'm not really sure, but it's a first time date for like a real date. And you were going to meet him at 11 o'clock. Really?
to take me on a date. And I'm like, there's stuff open downtown, but not really date stuff at 11. So then he was like, maybe we can just go out. Anyway, I wound up telling him we can just reschedule. He doesn't know how long he's in town. He said he just bought a one-way ticket. He's actually trying to move here.
He's in town for the first time. He bought a one-way ticket. It sounds like damn serial killer, okay? I mean, women have to be careful. He bought a one-way ticket. Girl, I would be giving him the old stank eye. I would be like, what? That doesn't even make any sense. Oh, someone else who met someone from out of town from off of the internet? Are you talking about a few months ago? We don't, girl, if that's what you're talking about, I'm not sure, but I didn't even think about that, but let's keep going, okay?
And y'all, he's white.
Girl, you better get with the swirl. You better look, but now I don't agree. I do not agree with the last minute. I don't agree with the not really understanding what's going on. I don't understand with the last minute, but she said he was calling her all day, trying to get up with her for a time. But it sounds like he's weird. It sounds like he bought a one-way ticket. He doesn't know when he's going back. He's not very specific. It sounds very much like sausage and eggplant. It sounds like a damn situation. It sounds very like, let's go to the hotel. Okay. All right. I think she did the right thing by not going and preserving her putty cat and her sanity, because homie might have had her tied up somewhere. Let's just be real. That's what the age and time that we're living in. Girl, sis, you could have been tied up somewhere and trying to get someone to come find you. Okay. That's dangerous. Okay. It's not a joke.
Yeah, I'm clutching my pearls too. I'm clutching my pearls.
And being a white guy has nothing to do with it. It's more so being a stranger. It's called stranger danger, right?
Yes, he's a white man. Okay. He been trying to get at me since, oh my God.
Girl, it's the in town on a one-way ticket for me. It's the calling all day. It's your instincts. Listen to this. She was kind of cool on it anyway. Not cool like yes, but cool like lukewarm, not really interested. Because if you were interested, you would have been like, okay, yes, let's meet at 8:00. I'll meet you over at whatever. Da, 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 da. What's that place she likes to go? The steakhouse that she went for her son's birthday. Why didn't you meet him at the Houston Steakhouse? Whatever that place, 814 or whatever it's called, 8 something steakhouse or STK. I'm sure they got a STK. I'm sure they got whatever. Whatever high-end Capitol Grill, any place. You could have met at any eatery in town, right? That's public, right?
I think he first slid into my DM in like January or February.
Oh, yeah, okay. He slid into her. She met him online. Okay.
Time I had a boyfriend. I'm like, I have a boyfriend, whatever. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he wound up hitting me back around.
He saw that big booty and those bikini shots and was like, I'm going to Houston and I'm going to meet her.
I'm like, no, not. When did me and my ex break up? He wound up hitting me in like May. And he was like, do you still have a boyfriend?
That's my man.
And I was like, oh, I'm actually freshly single. I had been single for like a week, So we talked a little bit in the DM. That was it. And then
the lie detector determined that was a lie.
And we've been talking a little bit, and then he came in town, and yeah. Y'all know, back in the day, I used to date outside my race. I was one of those, this equal opportunity, okay?
It was equal opportunity what? It was equal opportunity putty? It was equal opportunity putty cat? Really?
Back in the day, I used to date outside my race. I was one of those, this equal opportunity, okay? Y'all know,
really?
Back in the day, I used to date outside my race. I was one of those, this equal opportunity, okay?
Okay, girl, get yours.
It doesn't matter. If I like you, I like you.
Okay.
I don't care about the skin tone. I don't care about the race. I don't care about the religion. I don't care about...
And there is nothing wrong with that, okay?
Whatever.
But he's giving, it's sounding Ted Bundy-ish. It is sounding very like, girl, protect your neck. And I mean, protect your neck, okay?
They're El Salvadorian and black. But after I dated their dad, I just, my mindset started changing. And I'm like, I only want to date black men. Having a black family is very important. The black family structure is very important to me. Whatever, I'm not going to get into all that, but was my mindset. I said I would never date outside my race again. And I didn't have a dip of everybody. I didn't have just the whole United Nations, okay?
Girl.
And I didn't have a dip of everybody. I didn't have just the whole United Nations. Okay?
Girl. I wish
had a dip of
I wish we could see the part that she cut out.
Everybody. I didn't have just the whole United Nations. Okay?
Ooh.
But anyway, yeah, so we're supposed to go out tonight. We shall see. I need to stop. I need to stop being like that because I feel so weird. I don't know why. Ashton's about to be 11, so that means I haven't dated anyone outside my race in 10 years.
I mean, look, I'm going to just say it like this. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. If you like someone, you like someone. If you are feeling like you don't want to date, like if that's an issue, then it shouldn't even be a thought. You know what I'm saying? Like if something is an issue for you, why? Unless you just feel like, you know what, am I being unfair? Am I biased? Am I judging someone based on the way I wouldn't want someone to judge me kind of thing? So I don't really think that that's an issue. Now, someone could say, well, Fran, you can say that because, your husband is black and you're not in that situation. I sure can. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that I'm not familiar with, mixed couples or, dating outside of your race. I have 2 sisters that really like my brother-in-law is white and, it is what it is, but you should not to me, I guess if that's how you roll, that's how you roll. But to me, if you like the guy, you like the guy. You know what I'm saying? If it's an issue for whatever reason, then why are you sitting there thinking it over? I mean, I think as a grown woman, at a certain point, we have to be firm in what we think and what we know. And yeah, that's why you're sitting here doing another story time.
He fine too. He fine.
So go out with him. You should broaden your horizons. Like, see, expand
Anyways, okay, so that's why I'm just updating you guys.
expand the dating roster. There's nothing wrong with that, girl.
The little 1% of my life that I show you guys has gotten down.
But that being said, expanding the dating roster, I mean, one-way ticket, oddball kind of sounding weird stuff, no matter what their race is, you still do have to be careful because you're a woman who has 2 young children, and you could be in a position where no one can save you but yourself. So that's risky business, going out with someone that you don't know.
To 0.5%.
Especially when your first mind is telling you not to.
So I'm gonna try to do better. I just love not picking up the camera, just living life and not having to worry about, oh, let me film this, oh, let me film that, da da da. But I know it's my job, and I love my job, So I'm gonna try to get better. That's why I was thinking about. That's why I was like, I want to turn this channel into a travel channel. I just want to film me traveling, and baby, all of y'all said no. All of y'all said hell no. Then
right. You shouldn't, if your gut is telling you not to go, it may not necessarily be his race, the aesthetics, he's fine, he's this, he's that. It might just be, it's not a good night. It's not your night. It's not the night to be out on the town. It's the time to be home. You could have a babysitter and there could be, you never know what can happen, right? Sometimes when that instinct is telling you to not, you got to respect that, right? And it may not necessarily be what you think it is. It's something else, right?
I was like, what about a separate channel? And all y'all said no. Y'all was like, no, Gina, please continue to do daily vlogging. So I'm trying for y'all. I'm drinking my coffee. It feels weird to have dark hair again. I don't know why. That blonde was like giving, and it made my skin tone like really pop, like the red, yellow.
Okay, so she changed topics as we were talking, but basically she was thinking she wants to pivot from travel. Like, she wants to take her travel content or take her vlog content and put it on 2 channels. It looks like Gina's channel is doing very well, and with the mix of the 2, I think that 2 channels is very much 2 channels, and 2 channels does give very much double work. And if basically the content is the same, but you're on the go, and in another, on one bit of content, you're in town, you're doing mom life, set up 2 playlists. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can easily feel like you're doing 2 different things in one channel by just separating the content into playlists. Okay.
Undertones. This is still cute or whatever, but it's nothing like having your hair professionally done. I'm looking at my lace like, ew. I'm looking at my baby hairs like, ew. It is what it is. I'm about to cook breakfast in a minute. My painter should be over here in like the next hour and a half. She's gonna be working all day. If anybody thought that black wall would make my house darker, as you see, I still have, it's super light. My house is just very, very, very bright. And the sun is not even out. It's a little overcast right now. So yeah. Anyways, guys, that's about it. I will pick.
She said she was getting chandeliers, new lighting fixtures over the island. I just cannot imagine in a rental house doing those type of renovations or just upgrades or whatever it is to you. And the homeowner that she's renting from walks in, is like, what in the fuck did you do to my house? But maybe she got that clearance. I don't know.
Later.
All right. Here she's talking about some damn microfiber sheets. And then let's go back.
Tried and tried.
Where is she going now?
I got on the Skims dress. I'm trying to see headlight covers or no headlight covers. This is no headlight covers. This is headlight covers. And I feel like there's no difference. Absolutely no difference. Oh my God. Because I can't wear a bra with this because y'all see it's like a racer back. With the headlight.
So now all the girls are talking about Skims again. Okay. And I know Skims did just do a new product launch. But it's, okay.
Racerback. But the headlight cover is more noticeable than not. Ay, Dios mío. I'm gonna take it off. I think I'm just going to try and keep my hair to the front as best as I can. I mean, everybody got them. Dogs, cats, squirrels, bears, lions. So
I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, I'm about to. Me and Ashton have errands to run. Me and Ashton. She just likes coming everywhere with me. Ethan said no. He said, "Where all are you going?" I
Okay, so she's getting ready to go out and meet Jennifer somewhere. They're going to be at some sort of they're going to some little meetup, right? And then she's going to end up seeing some subscribers there. But let's advance a little bit. Girl, look at the wall.
What outfit? What you got on? Do outfit check.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Forever 21. I'm not sure. Amazon.
The little cargo pants are cute.
Here's mine.
Okay. Okay, Mom. Oh wait, we missed the wall.
I still made today.
So it's kind of like a marbleized.
More Parker's was made.
I wonder if she's going to get like, well, I don't know if she's doing countertops, but it's giving a little bit of marbleizing. I don't know. Look, like I said earlier, it's not for me to understand. Okay. But you are like, let me tell you something. When we got our living room and stairway painted, we paid $3,000 for the living room, dining room, and the stairs leading up to the second floor. $3,000. May have been just a little bit more than that. And did that include paint? That might have been, let's say about $3,200. Living room, dining room. We did do the ceilings too. And the staircase going upstairs. That's it. We painted the kitchen ourselves, which the kitchen still needs to be repainted, but I couldn't take that color anymore. That was the first thing. Painting is not cheap. And then this type of design, I don't know what she paid for that. But when the people come in and don't like that stuff on their wall, maybe she doesn't care. Maybe she already talked to them. Maybe she told them that she would have it painted back. But that black is going to be something. There's going to be several coats of primer to get, to be able to cover that.
Today.
The best thing.
I haven't seen them before on the vlog.
Okay, so these are some Okay, so out with the girls.
My printer, I think I told you guys already, my printer is not working at home, so we had to go to the library to print some stuff out, then go to the post office to mail some stuff off. We went to Whole Foods. She was sitting here eating her Whole Foods lunch. I would say lunch/dinner.
Girl. Then they go into this whole thing about her daughter not eating.
We have to shut up car.
Or eating, eating light.
Browse. When I tell you, my car looks and smells so good. I have not had a full
that was Shaquille O'Neal's chicken restaurant. It was good, friend. I tried chicken. Oh, okay.
Y'all know I usually go like once or twice a week because I have that unlimited plan. Oh, okay.
Yes,
Which air
I
freshener
saw
should
that,
I get?
sis. I saw that.
They have one that smells like
I'm notification gang over there. So, I keep up
Jane.
Okay, so maybe she is a smoker, low key. Maybe she's a low key smoker. It looked like I don't know. Okay, wild hemp. So that's what you want your car to smell like? Is that, girl, seriously?
Oh.
Is that what we're doing?
Mary Jane. I'm in love with Mary Jane. It's called Wild Hemp. She's my main thing. She
And the baby's in the back
make
seat.
me feel all right. Come on, Ashton. She make my heart sing. And when I'm feeling low,
It's giving big sis, not mom.
she comes with no surprise. Let's see what it smells like. Hemp, wild hemp. Ooh. It smells like, I don't think I'd ever buy it again. It just smells okay. It smells like dirt and cologne mixed together. Dirt and cologne, right?
Yeah, that's dirt and cologne for sure.
Baby, I done paid my money for it. I'm gonna use it. Leave it, because I'm gonna get a I'll probably get a Diet Coke out of here. Me and the girls are going out tonight. I'm also meeting up with that guy, the white boy. The white boy. Anyway, let me stop. Let me stop because yeah, let me stop. But anyway, so I did not know how to dress for a date in the club. I'm like, what do I wear for a date in the club? Because for a date, ideally,
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
wear, like my flowy pants, a little crop top, or a little, some type of, little cute top. But I wouldn't wear that to the club. So I'm dressed more clubbish. Anyways, I have a Zara top on. I got this from the sale. This Zara belt.
Isn't it crazy how much it costs to get your house painted? We looked up and found a guy who, works for painting contracting services, and they came and did it on a Saturday and a Monday. And I don't know, girl, we got the hookup, but even the hookup was $3,000. Okay. But it was nice that we had the Sherwin-Williams paint, and all the things, and we still have touch-up paint and all that other stuff. We're gonna probably paint the hallway ourselves, the first floor hallway, and the first floor bathroom. But yeah, girl,
Which is
expensive.
Just like a denim. Yeah, denim belt.
It looks like a waitress belt. It looks like she's getting ready to say, okay, did you want salt on the rim of that margarita? Okay, and you want 2 pan-sized pizzas? Okay, you want 2 Chicago? 2 Chicago, 1 New York, and 3 margaritas? Okay, I'll be right back.
I think that's what this is called.
That's what that belt
and
is
then some
giving.
faux leather leggings from Fashion Nova, and then some clear heels. So all in my bag. We're doing a little pop of color. I'm not in love with my outfit, but I mean, it's cute. Yeah. I'm like,
First time date, and you've got the peekaboo and my boo-boos t-shirt, and you have on the I work over to the sports bar belt on, and the liquid leggings. Okay.
My club clothes. It's because I don't go to the club anymore.
Girl, stop.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was.
It's for a date. That's the only thing. It's not. And it's frustrating me. Okay. It's very much so frustrating me, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna have fun.
So you're going to meet the guy who you met in the DMs for the first time, and then you're gonna go to the club. Okay.
Okay, y'all. So I think I was stood up. Not stood up in your typical sense of the word, but definitely stood. I don't know. Okay, let me tell y'all what happened.
Please tell us.
It is right now at 10 p.m. Okay,
10
p.m. Last night he tried to take me on a date. It was real last minute. It was like at 7:30, and he was like, meet me downtown at 9 o'clock. And I'm like, no, I can't do that because.
But that's not true. You said he had texted you the day before. So he gave you 24 hours and was trying to get up with you the full. So she said he reached out to her the day before. Then the day of, he's trying to lock her in for a time. She's very non-committal about the time because she's got the painters there. So it's not really last minute, right, guys? I mean, if you are talking to someone here and there in your DMs, someone who you're kind of chit-chatting with, and they come to town and call you on Thursday, or they notify you, hey, I'll be there next week. Then next week comes, hey, I'm in town. Can we link up tomorrow? Let's lock in a time. Tomorrow comes and they're trying to hook up with you all day. Then it's like, then they put their foot down and say, okay, 9 o'clock. Now all of a sudden it's last minute. That's not last minute, right? That is not last minute.
I'm like 40 minutes away, and I'm like, didn't even have a wig on my head, didn't have nails.
So she wasn't ready and she really wasn't trying to go. But when he said 9 o'clock at 7 o'clock, that wasn't enough time. So she puts it to 11 o'clock and then she cancels. And then he's like, okay, well, let's get up tomorrow. Now today is tomorrow. And he might be feeling some type of way. Because don't forget, guys, men are not, some men are very thirsty, but men are with the bitch assness like never before. And if they feel like you're with the bitch assness, they're going to just flip it back on you. So if they feel like you're trying to give them a hard time, he might just be like, well, the other girl with the big butt came through, so I'm getting ready to cancel because she didn't want to see me when I really wanted to see her. So I'm good.
So I was like, let's plan for tomorrow, which is today. Okay. So me and him been texting on and off all day long. So around 3 or 4 p.m., he was like, what time are you going to be back home? And what time do you think you'll be ready tonight? I said 8-ish. 8-ish. I'll be ready 8-ish. Okay.
See, it's this non-committal, I got other things to do that he's sensing. He still could be Ted Bundy, but at the end of the day, men, like, give him a time. He's a man.
Okay. So to me, 8-ish is 8 p.m. to like 8:15. Okay. 8:30 at the very latest, but 8:15. Okay.
How about I can walk out the door at 8 o'clock and I'll meet you by 8:30? Where are we going to meet up?
So I got home, I got ready, and I was ready 8-ish. I don't know exactly what time I was like ready to walk out the door, but my phone was charging and it had went.
He said, what time will you be ready to link up? That to him might have meant 8 o'clock. Like, let's meet at the spot, not you walk, like, you know what I'm saying? Be clear.
Off a few times. And I'm like, okay, he's probably texting me where I'm going to meet him at. Y'all ain't get no texts.
Her phone.
And I started looking at the timestamp. 8-ish. I'll be ready 8-ish. Okay. So to me, 8-ish is 8 p.m. to like 8:15. Okay. 8:30 at the very latest, but 8:15. Okay. So I got home, I got ready, and I was ready 8-ish. I don't know exactly what time I was like ready to walk out the door, but my phone was charging and it had went off a few times. And I'm like, okay, he's probably texting me where I'm going to meet him at. Y'all ain't get no texts. None. And I started looking at the timestamps of our last times talking. And like I said, when I told him 8-ish, that was around like 4 o'clock. We texted a few more times after that. And I think the last time we texted was around like 6:37, something like that.
6:37, and you're supposed to be meeting at 8, but why was your phone off?
But my phone was charging and it had went off a few times. And I'm like, okay,
why is your phone going off when it's charging? Does that make any sense? Hey, K-Love, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to everyone coming in. This story is not storying. This story is very much storying. It just doesn't sound like it's the truth. There was a time I loved going to the House of Blues. Okay. Okay, girl, take that trip down dating memory lane. Ma'am, if you're charging your phone, why would your phone turn off? Does that make sense, guys? That doesn't happen. That does not happen unless you have a short in your phone. That doesn't even sound right.
He's probably texting me where I'm going to meet him at.
So you were thinking while the phone was off, he's probably texting you? Okay. He might have been calling you, actually.
Y'all ain't get no texts. None. And I started looking at the timestamps of our last times talking. And like I said, when I told him 8-ish, that was around like 4 o'clock. We texted a few more times after that. And I think the last time we texted was around like 6:37, something like that.
So that's going to be, I'll see you in an hour. I'll be ready in an hour.
No talk of, hey, okay, you're going to be ready around 8-ish. Okay, so you want to meet here at 8:30, 8:45, 9 o'clock. Or
why didn't you say, where are we meeting?
Or what do you have a taste for? Or I'm not from here. Is there a certain thing you want to go do? Nothing. When your words to me yesterday was, I want to take you on a traditional date. That is what you said. Not I want to take you out. I want to take you on a traditional date. So boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, what is a traditional date? A traditional date is hey, we're going to meet at this place at this time. With it being our first date, 9 times out of 10, the man plans. Am I missing something here?
But why are you just texting back and forth? Why didn't you just say, hey, can you pick up the phone and call me so we can just iron out all the details?
So at 9:40, against what I wanted to, I was going to just let it roll. I'm like, okay, I'm just sitting around twiddling my fingers. Like, you know, I'm ready. He ain't said nothing. I go ahead and I text him. Okay. I text him, hey. He responds back. There she goes. She rises out of darkness.
So last time you texted at 7 o'clock, you get ready and you know you're supposed to meet him in an hour. Did you text him to say, I'm ready, it's 8 o'clock? I'm like lost in all of these details because somewhere in this is a whole lie. I'm sorry. Like this isn't really making a lot of sense to me. It's why can't you pick up the phone and say, it's 8 o'clock, I'm ready, where are we meeting? Or, hey, I'm ready to walk out the door, what's the plan? You know, I mean, look, this is a guy you've met off the internet, sis, and only you know the conversations that you've been having with him. You know how casual it's been or not. You know if you've been sexting or not. You know if this guy takes you seriously or not. We can't throw you like real dating advice if we don't know what the conversations have been, because it sounds fugazi. So I'm not really good at giving advice on fugazi interactions because that's not how I would operate in that situation. But at 9:40 and you think you have a date at 8 o'clock, girl, I would have been back in my pajamas already. Why are you even calling? Did you call at 8 o'clock? Why call at 9:40? 9:40, don't you have plans to go meet your friends? This just doesn't really sound like it makes any sense. Why would you even bother to call at 9:40? If he didn't bother to call you, why are you bothering to call him? That's what I want to know. Did you all of a sudden get hungry?
She rises out of darkness. How are you? Excuse me? What do you mean, sir? We plan a date. We've been talking about this since yesterday. I told you a time and you did not tell me the place. I don't know if I'm asking for too much. I don't know. But I always think
this is what I got to say before she says her first impression. First impression is you didn't want to date him anyway. Why are you trying to make $1 out of 15 cents? Why are you trying to make $1 out of a penny? If you have 1% interest in this guy, why don't you leave him alone and let him enjoy his weekend? Don't even bother to take his calls. If you just like to be talked to, you want someone to like show you some attention in your DMs, then that's just what it is. But it doesn't sound like you're interested anyway.
Second date, the man should plan. Or ask the woman, like, what do you have a taste for? Or is there anything, you know, around your city that you've been wanting to do and haven't done yet? And I put, you never gave me a destination. He says, oh, damn, I thought we were waiting to see when you were ready. Who you thought we was waiting to see what?
He was waiting for you to text him at 8 o'clock. He was waiting for you to say, I'm ready to go. I'm backing out the driveway. Where are we linking up? So you thought that when you text at 7, he was. This is what I'm saying. It's taking too much effort. You guys clearly can't communicate. And on top of all of that, sis, you don't want to go out with him anyway. So leave the man alone.
Discuss that. We never said that, okay, when I get ready, then we'll make plans. No, when you say a traditional date, I'm thinking we're going to sit down and eat and drink. Like, to me, that's a traditional date.
Girl, you got to get to the date before you even get on the date. You got to get to the date.
If you hadn't used the words traditional date, child, okay. So I put...
So you wanted him to tell you, I got a car sitting out in front of your house. I'm sending you a town car. Come meet me over here at such and such and such and such. And I'll be there. Or like if you wanted him to do that, sis, you were going to need to give him a definite time and an address for the town car service to come get you.
You said you wanted to take me on a date. I thought you were planning something, sir. LOL. You know, you got to throw the LOL in there to make it seem like you're not like pissed off and annoyed. So I put the LOL. I've just been sitting around the house dressed. Then he waits 15 minutes to respond after that. Lord,
because he was probably like, bitch.
Mercy. Well, ain't this some typical? I just bought the fight and I'm going to watch them in my hotel. Gonna step out when they are over at 12. And I just responded, okay. It sounds like that's what you wanted to do in the first place. You wanted to watch the fight and you did not want to go out until afterwards because you would have hit me around 8:15. You would have texted me.
Walk by faith, you better. Why not? Girl, I told you about the man at the grocery store, girl. He's single. Good looking, successful men have women shopping for them, okay? He was at the store because he needed to go buy some fruits and vegetables and all of those things, okay? You could tell by his buggy if he's single or married, okay? If he's buying too much food, he's married, okay? You better just give him a call and say hello. Hi. Why not? There's nothing wrong with that. And that was very appropriate. He didn't try and talk your ear off in the store. He gave you his business card. So he knows you know his name. You know he has some business. He gave you a phone number. Okay. Girl.
Before
You
then
better.
and said, hey, we're going to meet at this restaurant or this lounge or this bar or this hookah spot or this whatever. You would have planned something. I don't know.
Girl, also he gave you his so you could look him up. Girl, you better call. She's showing up to a date that hasn't been planned. Like, yeah. 7:00, it would have been like, what's the plan? I'll be ready. I'll be ready to back out my driveway to 8:15. Where are we meeting? That was like, I don't know. To me, sometimes if you don't ask, you're not told, right? Like they say, closed mouth doesn't get fed, but sometimes you can't expect everybody to get everything right. And sounds like they're not even talking on the phone. They're texting, they're Instagramming. Sis, you weren't serious. And plus, I'm just going to keep going back to you didn't want to go out with him anyway. So why bother? It's a waste of time.
I'm annoyed. So now, like I said, I've been sitting around the house twiddling my fingers. I already had plans to meet Jennifer and Tanya afterwards, hours after. So I'm like, I'm just about to come out the house and probably get a drink from somewhere. Then once I got out the house and started driving around, I'm like, no, I'm not going to go in anywhere by myself and get a drink. Jennifer is out on a date. Tanya's still at home getting ready, of course, because it's only 10 o'clock. We're supposed to meet like later tonight to go to like a club. I'm just annoyed. I could still be at home right now. The leaving the house part, that's my fault. Because I shouldn't have just left the house because I was fully dressed. I should have just stayed at home. But now,
right, you're leaving the house with no destination.
I'm hungry. I took like 3 bites of them oxtails and gave them to Ethan because I thought I was going out to eat on a date tonight, you know.
No, you didn't, because you didn't even have a location. You don't even know where Sir's staying.
So now I'm home.
If you knew where Sir was staying, if he's over there at the Galleria or somewhere, you could have just drove over to his hotel. You don't know where he's staying? He didn't tell you what hotel he's posted up at? You could have just drove over there and been like, I'm in the vicinity of your hotel. What are we doing?
Great.
You didn't need to meet him anyway. Like I said, you could have been tied up somewhere, okay?
That me, Tanya, and Jennifer going to don't have food. It's a club. Then I know around 12.
Girl, you better go drive through somewhere, get yourself some food, and just like you just did, sit up here and film this video, okay? Girl.
He gonna be calling me. Where you at? Let's link, or I'm gonna come to the spot you at.
If you don't put that man on block, unfollow him. This is what you do. You go to his profile and you hit you hit the ellipsis, okay? Hit the ellipsis and hit unfollow, okay? Like unfollow him. So have him drop you. He can't see you anymore. That's what you do. And then you block her, okay? And then block all of his future accounts. And then you're done.
I'm gonna do you real cold, do you real dirty. Not do you dirty, because I don't do folks dirty. Let me not say that. I'm not gonna do you dirty. But if I allow you to come over to where me and my girls at, you buying drinks for all of us and you're buying us food, okay? And the buck stops there. We ain't doing it afterwards, right? Anyways, this is why I don't like when women be like, oh, I'm not dating black men anymore. Black men are full of black men are this and that. This whole white man, okay?
My man, bitch.
You playing the same games, be playing the same stupidity, the same old, oh, I didn't know, I didn't realize, I thought this and that. You ain't think nothing, sir. You already knew what you wanted to do in your head. That's why you didn't communicate, okay? You wanted to watch the fights. That's what you wanted to do, and that's what you're doing. Anyways, let me go.
Oh, well. Oh, well, there goes another one. Girl, look at these hefty. Oh, hold on a second. Girl, she got some damn Long Island iced tea looking at drinks, some big hefty drinks with Skittles. Okay. Uh-oh, we're back.
I'm getting ready for Sunday Fun Day. Me, Drea, Poe, and Jennifer.
What was after
going
this?
out. I invited my sister, but
This was a cute place. Did that ever end?
She hasn't responded, so I don't know if she's available to come meet us out or not. Tanya said that she's going to try to meet us out. She's getting her son situated in college. So she's at his dorm, and she's like an hour and a half away. So she was like, I'm going to try to meet y'all, but my body will wake me up between.
Nobody.
I don't
Okay.
know, but it looks good nonetheless. You wasn't? I wasn't. Y'all say hey to the
Look at them looking like twinsies. Look at her outfit. Is this the bestie uniform?
Yes, right now.
That's the bestie uniform, girl.
Look. Nice jeans. I have on my new bag. Y'all know about this in Chicago. Then these glasses from, I believe, BD's or maybe AliExpress. I don't know. They're just some really light color glasses. LV earrings. Hair turned out cute. Pergola. Yes. Okay. So I'll take that. Yeah. It's a pergola or pergola, but it looks cute on the outside. But y'all, we at pergola or bestie.
Hey y'all, hey besties.
We're about to melt out here. But y'all, we at pergola or pergola. Not really sure how it's pronounced.
Right.
But it looks cute on the outside.
I heard it's a whole vibe on the inside.
How do you pronounce it? Pergola or pergola? Pergola.
Yes. Okay. So okay. I'll TikTok.
Yeah. This is cute. Yes. Dragons and dragons going on. Yeah, like it's cute in here.
Okay, so
dragons and stuff to now the graffiti room.
Anyway, they get to a place and it's a BYOB, bring your own bottle, and they're hanging out. And I think that's kind of it. I mean, it's a hangout. It's some drinks. It's this was kind of funny though. I don't know what Gina got into this thing of asking everybody how many drinks they'd had. And Jennifer said, girl, I had as many drinks as you had. What you had? That was funny to me. Hold on a second. Jasmine was like, not Jasmine. Jennifer was like, oh, yeah, we're not going to do that right now. Hold on.
651. It's almost 7.
Oh, it's about to be 7. Yeah. The liquor is gone. I'm on like number 6. 10.
Jennifer said 10.
She's on number 1. How many drinks have you had? Girl. How many drinks have you had? 2.
Baby, I'm on number. What you on? I'm on what you on.
You don't know. I at least had 7 of these.
Then I had.
Girl, she said, I'm on what you on. Like, you're not going to, girl, I'm over here throwing the shade to you. You're not going to bounce it back on me. Okay? Okay? No, it does not matter. It really does not matter. Okay? There's good ones and there's bad ones and there's awful ones. And then there's amazing. Then there's amazing. There's the type that make you say... Okay, there's those out there if you can find one.
I never saw you pick the. Are you serious? Or you joking?
I'm so serious.
Really?
Wait till Poe come back. I'm serious.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to do y'all.
I wasn't paying attention to when she was pouring it
at home because she was too busy sitting on her own.
I was.
But I've been a big girl today and I handled my own.
But Drea been drinking. She on the phone. She been drinking. Well, Poe in the bathroom.
Oh.
How many drinks you done had, Drea?
She said I had one. No, you had more than one.
I never saw her pick the bottle up. She had more than one. 2 or 3.
No, I had way more.
Why is sis all up into how many drinks has everyone had and filming it and thinking that this is content? Nobody cares, right? Does anybody really care how much everybody had to drink? It's like, Gina, girl, let the truth be told. It's on you, boo-boo. You the one who drinks a lot. Miss Cocktail. Okay. Girl, why are you counting everybody else's drinks? I think Gina should be Jasmine's new mentor. The view. Oh, girl, Jasmine can't keep up. Jasmine can't get out the house. She can only go places with legendary, and they can't go out. Not to mention, I think Gina has a affiliation association with Ming for King, and that won't work. Okay, yeah, that's not going to happen. I think she's friendly with Miss Ming, so that won't be happening. No time quick. Yeah, she's going to put someone on blast. It's like, girl, you notice the most randomest things. Sometimes you show your style, elegance, and sophistication by just being quiet. Okay. You don't have to put everybody on Front Street. Okay. You don't want it to be that people feel embarrassed or feel some type of way like, please don't put me on your camera. Cause girl, I always end up looking like boo boo the fool when you put me on your vlog, right? Yes, I don't want to look like boo boo the fool today. Anyway, guys, this was fun. I know there's several videos in between and we skipped some. So if there's a Gina video that you want me to react to, I guess let me know. I will try to come back later and we will get caught up over there at Camel Toe Realty Group. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this little dating situation. I thought it was interesting and funny because, relationships are difficult to navigate. But I think that it's quite possible this guy was trying to try her, and it's possible he was just trying to see what was what, right? It doesn't I don't think it was all bad, but I think the truth is Gina wasn't really set to go out anyway, and she was lukewarm about going out with this guy. So rather than just being lukewarm and just saying, "You know what? I was talking the most shit. I know we've been talking for a minute, but it wasn't nothing. Like I was just passing some time, and thank you for the cash apps and whatever, girl. Maybe they might have been exchanging pictures. Who knows what they were doing behind the scenes? Okay. But when Sir came to town, sis was not interested. Okay. She wasn't interested. Okay. He came and it was time to put up or shut up. And sis is trying to make it his fault. She should have just been truthful and just been like, I wasn't I didn't want nothing. I hope you have a good trip. Okay. You want me to give you some restaurant recommendations? I don't think she was serious. A woman who's serious about meeting a guy who came from out of town that you're actually interested in would have been ready to go. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with not being interested in changing your mind. But as a grown woman, let people know and don't waste their time. You know what I mean? Because that's how you get a bad reputation out here. And then that's also how you get people mad at you. Because you don't know what he looks like. He knows what you look like, unless you were FaceTiming him. You don't know what he looks like, but he got a whole Instagram feed of what you look like. Okay. Okay. All right, guys, this was fun. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. If you're on the replay, there's going to be some videos. There'll be some links coming up, some other videos that you can click on so you can stay busy for the rest of your day at work. If you have not hit the like button, what are you waiting for? We hadn't even got to 100 likes yet. What's tea on that? Go ahead, hit the like button, share this live to your social media. If you have some friends who think that who would enjoy this live stream, okay, you've been telling your friend to tell your friend to tell a friend. Go ahead and share. Okay, make sure to subscribe, hit your notifications so the next time I go live, you will be notified immediately. Okay. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys later when I come back, and we will get into Camel Toe Realty Group, and that means Atlanta. We'll go over there to Keisha Kaylee's and see what was going on. I know she dropped a vlog yesterday, and we will get caught up over there. Okay, guys? All right. I hope that you have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll see you next time.
And my man, thank you to my man.
and my man. Don't try to read me out. My man. Ooh, real bad.
Still the same. Yeah. Period. Don't play with me.
And y'all keep getting us together. Yes, that video was true. I was in the process of divorcing him. I hired a divorce attorney, paid the retainer, like I'm done, it's through, we're gonna break up. And he was like, okay, if that's really what you wanna do. But see, my husband, I'm
That's my man, bitch.